play it. Daddy Trump's about to give the money back to we the people.
This is from NPR. It says, can President Trump ignore Congress's spending laws? The debate.
The Democrats want to keep that money, like in Chicago. They want to keep that money that was given to them that they didn't spend. But Trump's like, we're going to take that money back and give it back to we the people, the citizens of America.
For impoundment. Now, yes, a president does have the ability to impound the money that has been appropriated to certain agencies and programs. Think about this for a second. During the Biden administration, Pete Buttigieg, he was responsible for doling out billions of dollars. Okay,
wasn't he the one that slept with that Chinese spy?
He barely did that. A lot of the money has yet to be spent, and now the Trump administration is finding
says we're going to give it
and
back
now
to the
cities
people.
like in states like New York are up in arms. Like, why are you taking this money?
Because that hotel housing all them immigrants isn't going to get that check no more. That's why New York don't like it.
We were planning on using that money. That was allocated to us.
For immigrants. Fuck you.
It was already passed through Congress. The president, under President Biden, signed the bill.
It shouldn't be for immigrants. It should be for us, Americans.
The IRA. And then on top of that, the money was sent out. Hey, the checks were written. The money was sent out to these states and to these different cities, but the money wasn't spent. This is the issue. That the money was never spent because it was allocated for a certain thing, but then that thing changed.
The immigrants, we didn't need it. That was the thing.
We just didn't need it. And so now states are like, no, we want to hold on to this money.
Fuck that.
We need to hold on to this money because we're planning on using that for something else. Maybe for a road, maybe for a new bridge. Maybe they're gonna paint the buildings, right? You're gonna put up new homes for migrants coming in, or special needs, right? There are so many.
We need homes for we the people.
But that's not what we're arguing. What we're arguing is the American people have been taxed this. The money's already gone out, so we're expecting it's been spent.
Good job, Trump.
But it's sitting, it's waiting there. And this is why President Trump says, no.
The immigrants are getting out. That money's got to go us, the citizens.
Now,
the people.
what I thought was very interesting about this is we are now hearing a lot of lawmakers talking about this, whether impoundment is necessary.
Yes, it is.
But listen to this, okay? During the pandemic, okay, we sent so much money out.
Insane.
There were more than 476 million payments that were sent out. This is stimulus, for example. They totaled $814 billion in financial relief. That's how much went out during the pandemic. This is just stimulus checks. The $1,200, the $600, the $1,400 stimulus checks. That's it. Not PPP loans, not the EIDL loans, right? None of that stuff. It's just the stimulus. Now, under the Trump administration, what they're now discussing is how can we better the American people? How can we put more money in their pockets?
I like that.
Well, it was first
how can you guys not like
that
Trump?
The best way to put money in the American people's pockets
My dad's
is
sister's
to extend the tax.
My dad's sister's got Trump derangement syndrome. She's got a horrible, horrible case of Trump derangement syndrome, and I really wish you would watch this. Hey, Marty, if you're watching, I really hope you watch this in particular episode. I'm going to send it to you on Facebook, too.
That's in Jobs Act, and that's one way to do it. That will keep your tax bracket, your tax rates a little bit lower. That's great there.
You hear what he's saying, Marty? Listen to this.
Yeah, more money's going to go to businesses, but at the same time, if the American people have money, we can spend it at those businesses.
In our country, not
and
in
now the Trump administration is
Venezuela.
realizing that, wait a minute, we have overspent by billions of dollars.
Yes, we have.
And I brought up Social Security for a reason. Some are saying it's about $700 billion that we've overspent on Social Security. That could go back into Social Security's trust fund. Okay? Back in.
Hey, Marty, I'm going to send this to you. I hope you watch it.
Keep accruing interest.
You really got to get rid of that Trump derangement
How much money would
syndrome.
$700 billion accrue in interest every year? That's money we could work with. Not only that, Republicans have brought this up before, is let's actually put more money into the stock market. The money that's going into the Social Security Trust Fund. Let's invest that.
That's a good
Let's
idea.
invest that, because then it would actually grow. And
Right.
if we do that now, who knows? Who knows what the economy looks like in a year?
gonna
But
look
that's
a
an
lot
investment into our economy, into our future. But here's another one. The Trump administration and Elon Musk are both looking at this, the USAID funding. 10,000 people were previously employed, now less than 300. What Elon Musk is doing and what the Department of Government Efficiency is doing is they're going into all these different programs and realizing there's massive waste. We have 3, 4, 5 people doing the exact same task, which isn't even a very important task. We have thousands of people, okay, hundreds of thousands of people that are working for the federal government but working at home. We also now know that many of those people that have been working at home had second jobs. They started businesses where now they're bringing in multiple incomes. But yet, their first employer, the federal government, doesn't realize that. And so now there's discussions of, well, maybe we're going to try to claw that money back. Here's what I can tell you. The Trump administration is looking at ways to not only reduce your tax liabilities moving forward, but they're now looking at all the wasted funding. That what could we do for this? Well, we could claw it back and use it to pay down our national deficit.
Like Joe Biden
But
increase?
that's not really what the American people thought was going to happen. Would the American people be satisfied with that?
I would.
Maybe. But according to reports, according to multiple lawmakers, what the Trump administration is now looking at is, could we claw all this money back and issue refund checks to millions and millions of people?
Hell yeah.
Because
Marty,
guess what
how
a
can you
refund
not like
check's gonna
that?
do? It's
How
gonna
can
put
you
money
not like what
back into
Trump's
their
doing?
pockets so that they can buy a house, go and buy a car.
Look, they
buy
want
new
people to help
clothing.
buy houses,
They
Marty.
pay off their
How can
bills,
you not
pay
like this
utility
man?
payments.
Because he
Right?
said some
They can
things?
put food on the table.
Grab a woman by
They
the
can
pussy?
actually
It's locker room
contribute.
talk. All guys say
And the
that.
economy will be booming if this happens. But at the same time, inflation is also going up. So this is going to be a tricky move, but according to the many reports that I've read just over the past couple of weeks, the Trump administration is looking at potentially refunding millions of Americans.
Which will help with the inflation.
And that way, they can contribute to a booming economy.
And that'll bring down inflation
We'll
in
see
the
what
long
happens.
run.
All I can tell you right now, this is Trump's stimulus plan. He's going to go find
Hell yeah,
all
Daddy
the
Trump's
wasted
back.
money, all the fraud, bring it all back in, potentially issue
See,
it out
Marty, this
to
is
the
what he's
American
trying to
people
do.
in the
Why are
form
you
of a
mad about what
refund
Elon...
check.
See,
Now,
Marty,
honestly,
hey, I'm talking to you directly, Marty. Why would you be mad that Elon Musk is finding all this bogus money going to all these politicians that shouldn't be getting it, these 150 and 170-year-old people that are still on Medicare that for some reason aren't in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the oldest person alive and still getting Medicare? How can you not like what he's doing right now, Marty? This is real news. Stop listening to fake news. Continuing on, please, I hope you continue, Marty, too, listening.
stimulus payment, a refund check, and then we'll see what the economy looks like at that point. But again, I bring this up because this is very big.
It is.
Millions of people right now are struggling. So if we can put an extra $500 or let's say $2,000 into their pockets, that would be massive. That would be
Yes,
huge.
it would.
But let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. As of today, that is what we know.
And now
So-
here, Marty, this is going to continue on for you. You think Trump's trying to get rid of
Data
Social
brokers are
Security?
selling your
Here you
private
go, Marty.
information.
Here's your
And in the wrong hands, that information can lead to identity.
here's your
Search for
factual.
Taylor Brands to get that LL.
Here's your non-fake news about what Trump's really trying to do with Social Security. You gotta stop listening to that fake news and those people freaking out, going, "Oh my God, I lost my Medicaid! Oh my God, I'm losing." They're making fake shit for views. Here's the facts.
Security is under a microscope. Millions of people are waiting to see what is going to happen not only to Social Security, but to Medicare to Medicaid, and to SNAP benefits. There are so many different programs.
Now, this is coming from a real legit source, Marty, just so you know. This isn't coming from, like, fake news.
Right now that are being looked at by the Department of Government Efficiency. And some are a little bit worried that we are going to see some big changes, meaning potential cuts. I want to break this down because we got some reports over the past couple.
It'll be the cuts on those oldest living humans that I've never met that are 150 years plus old and somehow still getting Medicare.
Days that are somewhat scary, but at the same time, we're now starting to get some updates. But here's the big thing. According to experts, they say that there will be fraud found. There's going to be a
They've
lot.
already found the fraud. How is a person 160 years old still getting Medicaid? Why are they not in the Guinness Book of World Records?
Mismanagement of funds found simply because
already
the
found
Department of Government Efficiency is looking for it. They say when you're not looking for something, it's very difficult to find it. Now, I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, explain how this is going to
This guy
impact
that we're
you
listening
in the
to is
very near
extremely
future,
reliable.
but what
He's
this
not
means
fake news.
for the next few months. So, I'll break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that
Like, subscribe, and share to my channel is as simple as a thumb click, and it's as simple as a second thumb click to share the video so
button.
somebody else can watch it and see the video too. Thank you. So continuing on.
So just the other day, we heard from Elon Musk, and Elon Musk said that millions of people over the age of 120 years old were receiving Social Security benefits every single.
That's insane. That's absolutely fucking insane. There's some that are even 150, supposedly.
Says Donald Trump issues update on Social Security and Medicaid. This update, what he has just said, is very, very important. Speaks of all. Look at this. Says Donald Trump said on Hannity just the other day, says, look, cuts to Medicare and Medicaid, says none of that stuff is going to be touched. He goes on and adds, now if there are illegal migrants in the system, we're going to get them out.
Good.
Okay?
I agree. We
So he's
should.
very clear. Migrants will
You
not
guys
be
all
able to
agree?
receive
Hit
Social
thumbs up if you
Security.
agree.
They're not going to be able to receive Medicare and Medicaid. They will be
They shouldn't
kicked out of
be.
the system.
They should be.
He also said, I will never do anything that will jeopardize or hurt Social Security or Medicare. We'll have to do it elsewhere, but we're not going to do
Oh, this
anything to
fucking
hurt
jag
them.
off.
Goes on to say, there's so many things we can do. There's so much cutting and so much waste in so many
I'll
other
sit here and wait
areas,
till you
but
pull
I'll
away.
never do anything to hurt Social Security. Okay. He made it very clear that people on Social Security are not going to see
Yes.
cuts. But at the same
Marty,
time,
quit freaking
there
out.
has to be some reform to Social
Yes,
Security,
there does.
or else in the next 9 years, there will be cuts. But keep in mind that the Trump administration will not be in office in 9 years.
Right.
The next administration, if they just go through one term, potentially will not be in office in the next 9 years. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, to
The
keep
jag
all
off
this in
wants to
mind,
wait.
is because of this.
I'll wait.
Look at
Ain't
this
no one
right
getting
here.
behind me. I'm getting this fucking
Says
spot.
raise
You're not
our
holding
taxes to save Social Security. 85% of Americans, okay, they say raise our taxes to save Social Security. Now why? Why would people be just
I can sit here just as long
offering
as you,
to
bitch.
raise their taxes, pay more in taxes
Right, why
to
should it
save
have to get
Social
raised?
Security? Well, it's simple. Because most people
Hey, Marty,
that are
the part
currently,
for you in this video
30
starts
to
halfway through
60
about-
years old are
Here's
really
some real
concerned
news
about
that
Social
stop
Security.
listening to fake
I'm
news.
concerned about Social Security. Okay?
Marty's
I'm not
my
40
aunt.
yet, but I'm concerned about Social Security. Will it be around when I'm ready to collect it? Will it?
Are you pulling
I don't
out?
know.
No.
I just don't
Are you
know.
pulling out?
But this
Oh.
is the reason why
Oh,
it's
okay.
such a big deal. Okay, I want to explain
All
it.
right, thank you.
It says the potential solutions to reduce the
This
funding
bitch is
gap.
about to get up.
Right now, there is a funding gap. there's more people collecting Social Security benefits
Not us.
than we have people putting into it. Okay, it's creating a shortfall of funds. This is where they are saying that over the next several years, we are seeing so many people collect benefits every single day.
They shouldn't be getting it.
Every single day. That's right now.
And that's
That's
going to hurt
incredible.
everybody on
Let me
it,
keep reading this.
including Marty.
Says, so what do
Everybody.
Americans
Jane?
want instead? The NASI survey found that more than 4 in 5, 82% of respondents would prefer a bipartisan roadmap that includes a package of changes to make up the funding shortfall and improve the program. It says, for example, improvements they'd like to see include caregiving credit and bridge benefit for older workers with jobs that take a toll on their physical well-being. It says this preferred package, according to NASI, would also include, and again, this is where it's important, eliminating a payroll tax cap for earnings above $400,000. Okay, that's what most people are saying. Gradually raising the payroll tax rate from 6.2% to 7.2%.
Hang on, sorry, I got back up.
Here's what you need to understand. There has to be multiple things that go on. We need to eliminate some of the waste on Social Security, and I'll get to that in a moment. Because again, Elon Musk says millions of people over the age of 120 years old are receiving Social
Right,
Security
that's
benefits,
insane.
when essentially that's not true.
Right.
Okay? Does it mean there's fraud happening or there's no fraud happening? No, absolutely not. Does it mean that we're losing, $100+ billion a year in fraudulent payments?
Possibly.
No. But that's why experts say that you do not find something if you're not looking for it.
Right.
That's what Elon Musk is doing. Okay? Look at
That's
this.
why they don't like them.
It says tens of millions of dead people aren't getting Social Security checks. Okay. So all those people that were 150 years old, 180 years old, 200 and some years old, 360 years old, they're not getting payments. Okay? That's according to the reports. Here are the facts. Okay, I want to give you the facts. Here's what you need to know right now. It says a July 2024 report from Social Security Inspector General states that from fiscal years 2015 to 2022, the agency paid out almost $8.6 trillion in benefits, including $71.8 billion, or less than 1%, in improper payments. Most of the erroneous payments were overpayments to living people. This is also one of the issues, because now, not just the Trump administration, but the Social Security Administration under the Biden administration was instructed to go after those overpayments. Whether you're receiving overpayments because you made too much money, right? You were working at the same time, you weren't at your full retirement age yet, right? They're going to go after you. If you receive payments in multiple states, that's another way you received overpayments. Okay.
Or if they fuck
And then
up on their own.
what if you got a double payment? What if you got a double payment one month or many months in a row? Okay, but you didn't actually disclose that yes, you received that payment. They're going to come after you. And so many are worried right now. But think about this for a
shady
second.
shit.
In 7 years, there was $71.8 billion in erroneous payments.
Damn.
That means that $10 billion a year
God damn.
is from what they are showing us. But is it just $10 billion? Some say that they only found it because that is what they were looking for. They were looking for errors in the payment system. Now, here's what we know. It says, so are tens of millions of people over 100 years old receiving benefits? According to multiple reports, the answer is no. It says part of the confusion comes from Social Security's software system based on the COBOL programming language, which has a lack
COVID
of
scams.
date type. This means that some entries with missing or incomplete birth dates will default to a reference point of more than 150 years ago.
Oh, wow.
That's what we are being told. Now, is this true? Potentially, yes, that this is true. Okay? But the reason why this is bigger than that is because Elon Musk and Donald Trump are telling us that they're finding fraud, they're finding
Good
these
job,
issues.
Trump. I'm proud of
If
you,
we
boy.
had, over, $100 billion,
Good
or,
job, Trump.
multiple
Good
hundreds
job.
of
Put your
billions of
hat
dollars
on.
going out in fraudulent payments every single year to millions and millions
There we
of
go.
Social Security beneficiaries that were, already, deceased. It would have been found out far before, just the other day. It would have
Right.
been found out in the Biden administration if they were looking. It would have been found out in
weren't
the previous
looking.
Trump administration, again, if they were looking.
He wasn't
Been
looking
found out
either
under
the
the
first time.
Obama administration, if they were looking.
They weren't looking
But
either.
that's the big deal, is nobody has been looking.
Right.
Now, why is this important? It's because
That's why everyone's
experts are saying
freaking out,
that
'cause the
even
people
if
who
we
shouldn't be
find
getting it were getting
billions
it.
of dollars in fraud, the concern is that's not enough money. We still have to make adjustments to Social Security. Here's where the Trump administration stands. They are now looking at ways to reduce the waste and the fraud in Social Security first. Once they do that, then they will know how high should we push the Social Security payroll tax cap. Right now it's like $170,000 a year. Is it going to go to $250,000? Will it go to $400,000? Right? We don't know. So that's one of the changes that they will look at making. The other change that they will look at making is, are we going to increase the Social Security tax rate? It's currently at 6.2% for employees and employers. Should we raise that potentially
I think we should
to
find the fraud and not raise it.
7.2% for employees and employers? So instead of just 12.4%, it's going to jump up to 14.4%. And that could go all the way from 170,000 to 250,000 to over $400,000 in income.
Interesting.
So again, these changes are coming. We know these changes are going to happen, and they are going to happen as soon as we figure out where is the waste and the fraud coming from within Social Security. How can the Department of Government Efficiency put an end
Those
to that?
150-year-old
and then
people.
we will see how much of a true shortfall we actually have.
Probably won't
So,
be almost nothing.
just wanted to share this with you because I know a lot of people are saying that, yeah, this is crazy, all the information that's coming out about Social Security, and it is, but we're now starting to see more and
The
more
facts.
updates. The key here is as a new report comes out, there's another report that follows, and then follows, and follows. Eventually, we're going to get the truth, and we'll
My-
have answers. So,
My takeaway from that is pretty much, so the only people who are freaking out about this right now are the freaking people that are either 150 to 120 years old and they're not alive and they're still collecting, and whoever's collecting it for them. That's option A. And option P, the only other people that should be freaking out about it right now are the people who are fucking scamming the system. Not people that should legitimately be on it, the scammers.
as soon as we have answers as to what is going on regarding Social Security and how this is going to impact you,
I'll keep you updated, but if anything, it's going to impact you in a positive way because, well, unless you're doing fraudulent shit, then it's going to impact you in a negative way. But if you weren't doing nothing shady, then it's going to impact you in a positive way because it'll make you have more money.
I promise I'll bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we
And I'll keep you updated. So like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, yo. Thanks for watching. Hey, Marty, I hope you made it to the end. Oh, Nolan, watch the video from the beginning. I'm just going to let it re-air. Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, yo. Thanks for watching.